Hey, good evening, and welcome back to Everyday Talk 24/7. It's Thursday, December 5th. Really great to have you here. We're going to talk about a stormy side, a difficult side of Christmas. There's a painful side. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of happiness and good memories, but for so many of us, they're painful memories as well. Actually, we should not be surprised that the Christmas season, that the Advent, is a time of conflict, because it was born of conflict. There was an enemy to be defeated. There was a promise to be kept. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, Jesus says this: "Don't suppose that I have come to bring peace. instead, instead of peace, I come to bring a sword." It's the vengeance of the covenant. It's the setting of things right. It's the defeat of the enemy. Colossians 2 talks about this, where Jesus triumphs over the forces of darkness. So Christmas is born of conflict. And we'll talk specifically about that more tomorrow night. But there's also a side of this conflict which spills over to our lives. This is the side, if you notice in the thumbnail tonight, when life hurts. And this time of year can bring deep, deep pain to life. Agony, even. And part of it is because of the nature of the conflict, but part of it is the war that we have with each other and those that are closest to us. I'm going to look at three elements of that. One is the words. There are words spoken at Christmas time which separate families, separate friends. And they're bitter words. They're difficult for us. They hurt. We shouldn't be surprised. Remember in James says the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. The tongue is also a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole person, sets the whole course of his life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. You may remember, you may have some thoughts, words of Christmas time that bring great pain. Things that have been said that deny everything Christmas is about. We want to put that in the place where we want to recognize that and acknowledge that. Another area where we have this heart of Christmas time is loss. There are people that we know, people that we love, who are no longer here. And thinking about that, it's hard. Maybe it's not just the physical loss of death. Maybe there's broken relationships. And Christmas time seems to heighten those things. And then the third area is the area of memories. We remember all those things. Maybe we remember a good thing and we can't get back there anymore. We remember harsh, painful words. We remember the loss of someone dear to us, or a broken family, or someone betraying us. Those things are painful. And Jesus knows about all of that. The war that he came to fight is to end all that pain and suffering and hurt. In the prophecy of the prophet Joel, chapter 2, verse 25, God is telling Joel to speak to the people, because they've gone through this tremendous upheaval of turning away from God, rebelling against him, and the agony that that's hurt. And Israel has been through the ringer, literally, experienced their home being devastated, where the temple, everything, gone. But God says to Joel, tell the people, I will repay the years the locusts have eaten. And brothers and sisters, that repaying for the years the locusts have eaten, comes through the very person of Jesus Christ. Born in conflict, born with people trying to kill him right from the beginning, and his own life ending in death. But that death conquered the evil. That death makes renewal possible for us. Through Jesus, the years that the locusts have eaten will be repaid, both in this life and in the next. Because we have communion with Christ, we know him, he prays for us, he calls us to him. Come to me, you're weary and burdened, and you'll find rest. We have the hope that Jesus will make all things new, and he is doing that. When life hurts, remember the promise. Jesus will repair, make better, make new all the years, all the memories, all the loss that the locusts have eaten. And he will bring hope. And in the middle of this conflict, in the middle of this pain, his sword wipes all of that out. And as the angels tell the shepherd, he brings peace. He heals the years the locusts have eaten. Think about that this Christmas time. We'll talk more about the nature of that conflict. But it's important to acknowledge, yeah, life hurts. But Jesus is our hope and our joy. Love your thoughts and feedback, and Lord willing, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.